outdoor adventure. And little Billy Dog's around here somewhere. Where are you, Billy? Here he is, good lad, good lad. And we're up in the mountains of the Lake District. Yep, a secret location, but a fantastically beautiful location. It's not a bad day today, it's a little bit drizzly. Morning time, and we're out for the night. It's our 5 items survival challenge for 24 hours. So you're limited to 5 items only. So I've got 2 fellow YouTubers with me on this one. We've got Jay from Sandyback Outdoors. Sandyback Outdoors, isn't it, Jay? Yeah. So we've got Jay. It's the first time I've met Jay. So it's good to meet him today, and it's going to be great to get out here and do a bit of survival stuff with Jay. Now Jay's an ex-para as well, so I'm sure he's going to smash it. But we're all going to be flying solo. So we've also got Mike. Mike's over here, a Cheshire Wanderer, and it's one of your first sort of survival type low sort of amount of kit jobs, isn't it?
Yeah, this is going to be fully dressed and afraid.
So we're all wrapped up like Michelin men for the night ahead.
I'm past the tinder level. I'm not bulking out for extra, a bit warm.
We're getting some a bit of insulation with birch bark. So straight away, we've walked down here, and straight away we're all on it. We're all hunting for birch bark, thinking about that fire for later on. So in a minute we'll introduce you to a bit of stuff that we're going to be taking, our 5 items. You'll have seen mine on last week's video, and there's no change to them really. I'll show you a couple of minor changes, but other than that they are as they was. But we'll have a look at what these 2 lads are carrying.
Yeah, it's all good fun. We're all good to go.
We're going to get out there and we're going to see how we get on for tonight in this fantastic location. Yeah,
It is beautiful.
They're great, isn't it, Billy?
Absolutely stunning.
But also, we've also got a first aid kit each, just in case. We're carrying an axe each, so if we'd had an accident and we're out up here in mountains on our own, we've got the ability to stem the bleeding or whatever and look after ourselves that way. We've also got a mobile phone each, in case of emergencies. And I've got Billy along, so I've got a little bit of bedding for Billy that I won't be using. It's just Billy's, and I've got a tin of meat for Billy. And obviously we've got camera equipment, so we need a little bit of gear to carry that to make that stuff waterproof. So we've got a dry bag. But other than that, this is the gear.
Yeah.
Farewell, lads.
Good luck, Rick. See you tomorrow.
Hope we survive the night. Hope we all find each other.
See you at the car. Yeah, see you at breakfast.
I'm just going to sit here and have a minute. There's no rush, just absorb it and settle down into it. Same as any situation like this, it's just about to settle yourself down and relax and enjoy it. There's no immediate rush at the minute. Just centre myself. These will go alright with a bit of steak. Won't they, Billy? You ready to rock and roll, lad? What a beautiful place. I'm just walking around the edge of the lake now, looking for any possible camps. Now we're in a valley, so ideally I don't want to camp in the bottom of the valley, because it acts like a bit of a cold sump, and the coldest air tonight will be sitting in the valley bottoms. So I'm looking for somewhere elevated, maybe halfway up the valley sides, maybe a third of the way up. As long as I'm above this valley floor, it's going to be better for me without a sleeping bag. I'm certain of it. Plenty of resources around here though. The birch forest to my left, plenty of pine. Yeah, quite a bit of diversity. Still plenty of berries out as well, with it being a bit of a mild autumn. Yeah, they're not all gone yet, so that gives me a bit of added vitamins and food. But yeah, bloody love it, don't we? Quite mild now. No doubt it'll get cold later. Well, this is the sort of terrain I'm looking for, me. I'm reckoning the lads are up there somewhere in that forest round there. Yeah, I reckon so, but you never know. It might be 100 yards from me. But this is the sort of terrain I'm looking for. I'm looking for big boulders and stuff like that. If I can find on this terrain a good spot with a boulder the size of a car, yeah, about 6 foot high, that'd be ideal for me and the sort of shelter I've got in mind for tonight. Absolutely stunningly beautiful though, just amazing to be out here. Brilliant. There's a bit of a squall coming in down the valley, so it's not cold but it's wet. I definitely don't want to get wet for it, mate. I'm pretty sure I'm going to find somewhere in this area that's going to be alright. Don't want to lose my ferro rod. I'm just going to cover my gear up. Don't want my clothes to get wet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to find something in this area. So I'm going to leave my kit here and I'm going to have a wander around, see if I can find a bit of gear, a bit of a good spot for my shelter. It's looking promising and I don't want to be too far away from water, but I'm high enough, so I'm going to have a butcher's around this area. Nah, no good up here. It's like a bog. Everything's just saturated like a bog. Every little bit of flat ground you find, or semi-flat, is just soaking 12 inches deep in bog. It's looking like the best option might have been that other side. But I might have to just drop down a little bit, find somewhere lower down, and yeah, even if it is a bit colder in the valley, it's the way it's got to go. Yeah, so I'm going to head back down there for a minute and see what we can find. That's going to do it. There's no way that thing's going to drop on me during night. I've no cordage or anything, so this makes for yeah, it's going to be a decent setup. That I can have my tarp over both ways, or I can maybe try and fasten it on top somehow and have it as a lean-to one side. My fire going to be low down, but get myself a nice bed under there. I think that's going to do the job. Rain's coming in, so I think it's time we cracked on and got some shelter up. So Billy's found a fox or a badger set right next to our setup, not more than 30 feet away. So that might be interesting. We might get some visitors tonight. Good state of old rocks that they've pulled out. Old rocks everywhere. I'll use them to line my fire. But come on Billy lad, leave him alone. I spotted the game trail as soon as I found this shelter. I'll see if I can show you it now. Whether you can see it, running in here. That's it there, running right through underneath that tree. So that's it there, where Billy's just gone. And it runs down there. You can see it running round that corner. So we're following game trail now along this way. Up to there where Billy is. There you are. There's another hole here. Another one there. I'm just taking a little off each tree. Got to be careful with natural resources. I don't want to rape and pillage, so just take 1 or 2 off each tree. You'll be right. So that's more or less my bed. A load of boughs. As many as I can get. I want it at least 4 or 5 inch from ground, yeah, Billy. So it's getting that way. A few more, and it'll be right that. Quite springy. Oh. Yeah, but the main thing is it insulates me from the ground, from the cold ground. That's the main thing. And then I'm covered from the rain. Well, that's the plan anyway. Bloody hell, it's seriously skanky and wet out here. My blooming pants are soaking. Wet through. Oh dear hell. Gonna have to sort some firewood. I know which it's not gonna be ideal in this location where I am here. Yeah, I might have chosen a bit of a bum location here really, but we'll get out and have a mooch round, see what I can come up with. I need a fire anyway to boil my water and cook my food, even if I don't have a fire all night to keep warm. So we're going to have to get one going at some stage, so I'll crack on with that. Oh, my pants are bloody wet through, and I don't want it to soak down into my socks. So I'm going to take these pants off. Oh. Put my over trousers on, and then try and dry these pants out later on. Oh. Bit of a fiddly process underneath this tarp. Managed to find a bit of fat wood, which is all very well for getting the fire going, but I need fuel to keep it going. So yeah, little Billy sat there in it rain. Looks like he's ready for a kip himself. You couldn't write it, could you? I'm in a relatively remote area, grafting, come out looking for firewood, and what do I find under a tree? 6 cans of San Miguel, and I won't mind, they're not even opened. Yeah, I could get pissed tonight. Hey Billy, what do you reckon? Mad, isn't it? Have to get a bit of water. Bit of a breeze picked up. There are a few white horses out there. Not late. Trying to remember where my camp is. Water sorted. Not going to be any need to filter it here, as long as I give it a good boiling. Straight back down there, see if I can find a bit of fire that way back. I'll hang that up there, out it way. Last thing I want to do is knock that over. I'm going to need as many freaking kills as I can get today. Whoa. The rain's just laid off, so I graft this, getting prepped, and I'm still not convinced I'm going to get a fire going, but I'll try my best. It's a long time to be all night without a fire. Hey, so just having 10 minutes under tarp. Going to be dropping dark before long. Another half hour, 45 minutes, it'll be dark. So I'm going to prep these sticks a little bit more, get a few more feathers, and yeah, get ready. Not as easy as using my big knife. Oh. Oh. I've just had to change the battery. So about right. Oh, I've not looked at the footage yet, but I bet I bloody missed me lighting it. Anyway, it don't matter. You believe me anyway. You've seen me do it enough times. Took some doing though. The problem is it's because it's wet today. Like smoking like this. Yeah, I hope I'm not giving massive smoke signals off from a mile away. But I've got my water on, that's the main thing. I've got my water on for a brew. Well, just a hot water, a drink. But that's, I'll get that in, get that boiled up. I want a bed of embers to cut my steak as well. Trying to dry a few logs around fire. Try and dry my pants out as well while we're at it. Could do with putting them on after, because I'm no doubt it's going to get cold. I think we might have a boil on. Is it looking like that? I can't see, it's getting there. It's not a full boil yet. A little bit of steak in here. Let's just try cooking that up. Oh. Not looking so bad, that. Bit fiddly cutting it with axe, but not too bad. A bit of meat. Not bad. Not bad, that. Oh yeah, it's nice, that. Just give it a bit more. And what I'm going to do, be handy just to put them on, put the other steaks on coals. If I can get a nice bed of coals in a bit. Sounds like the water's starting to boil as well. Oh yeah, that meat's looking alright, isn't it? Lovely, that. Yeah, it looks lovely, that. Really nice. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah. Done to perfection. Oh, look at that. That's a good boil. Right, so I'm happy with that. That's been boiling for a few minutes, that. Yep. So I'm happy with that. Steak's doing alright. Oh, that's good. Beautiful. Woof! That is just right. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, lovely. Oh. So I've got my water cooling down. I've got a San Miguel that I found. I only brought one up. There's 6 of them down there though. And and I've got my little pot of steaks. So spot on. A little pot of steaks. San Miguel. Nice fire. A little billy dog. Oh, look at that. You wouldn't have imagined, would you? Come on a 5-item survival challenge. And I'm supping San Miguel, sat round fire. What do you reckon, Billy? You couldn't write it, could you? I won't mind. The greedy little buggers. That is scran. Now he's nicking mine. Huh? What do you like, Billy? Huh? You're ruthless, pal. You're ruthless. Tell you what, that's better than the bloody what's it called? San Miguel. That's even better. Oh, it's bloody lovely that. When you're not drunk a bit during the day. Oh, the good thing with 12cm pot, it's not too big, you can hold it like a cup. Well, we've done well with this fire. It's still burning well. So, still got a bit of wood left. I doubt I'll have any in the morning for breakfast. Well, I've not got any breakfast anyway, but could boil some water and make a brew, a bit of pine needle tea or something like that. But yeah, I doubt we'll have any left in the morning. But I don't know whether to enjoy the fire till it runs out, or get my head down now while I've got a bit of heat. Yeah, I'll see what my brain says, but either way, I'll see it morning anyway. So thanks for joining us, and it's been a cracking day. These hot rocks are beautiful. It'll keep my feet a bit warmer, that. Well, I can safely say that was one hell of a cold night. Oof, absolutely bloody freezing. My body, well, I say that, my body's not been too bad. It's my feet are like blocks of ice, and I knew they would be. I even made the thatching at the bottom of my bed thicker where my feet were going to be, but I wrapped my feet up in my poncho. Quite often when I'm out in mountains, I've been in mountains overnight in past doing similar sort of stuff. I put my feet in my rucksack and whatever, but obviously we're not having a pack today. But my insulation to the ground's done a fantastic job. These boughs, brilliant. Honestly, I've not felt any cold from the ground, which has been fantastic and pretty comfy really. So that's been alright. It's just the external temperatures, but I've been very lucky with the weather. That rain stopped last night about, I don't know, 6 or 7 o'clock. I mean, it rained all bloody day, and it stopped last night, and it's been clear all night. The stars and the moon have been absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. And probably because it's cold, I've been having to get up and have a pee quite regularly because it's been bloody freezing. And every time I've got up, I've been watching the moon as it's made its way across the sky, and absolutely fantastic. Just a bloody absolute pleasure to be out here, and so lucky to be able to do these sort of things. brilliant, can't beat it. Billy's done alright. Been wrapped up in that sheepskin. Every now and then I keep wrapping him up in it because obviously he gets up and has a little stretch or a shake or whatever, and then he gets down and it's not on him, so I've had to keep wrapping it over him. But he's done alright. So it's about 5 o'clock now, so I'm going to break camp shortly while it's still dark, and I'm going to have a bit of an explore. I want to get down, I want to watch the sunrise if I can, and I'm going to have a butcher's around, see what I can see, and enjoy this fantastic area early in the morning. The stars and the moon this morning, absolutely fantastic. So many constellations out there, it's absolutely bloody amazing. Well, we survived the night, and what an absolute fantastic mission. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Now, as far as my 5 choices go, is there anything I wouldn't use next time? I don't think so. The axe was absolutely the perfect choice. Yeah, I really needed that axe where I ended up. It's good, I didn't know this area, so I just said I'm going to go over there, chuck myself in that environment over there. There was probably better suited areas, but it turned out to be very wet, very marshy, very damp, not much decent wood about at all, but we made it work. So the axe, I definitely needed that axe, and it was absolutely, without that axe it would have been really hard graft. It was hard enough graft with the axe. What else? The pot was absolutely, yeah, I needed it. I boiled my water. At one point I was thinking I might have been better with a bottle, with a screw top lid, you know, a stainless steel bottle, a titanium bottle, probably, you know, because it's easier to carry the water over distance without spilling it, and you can still boil it in that pot. So a pot could have been better. I mean, a bottle could have been better. The pot, it worked for me great, because with the zebra tins, you get the little tin at the top, and that did a great job for cooking my steak. Yeah, because I was that hungry, and I wasn't sure about my fire and how my wood was going to last, and how etc. I wanted to cook my steak there and then. I could have just stuck it on end of some sticks, chopped it up and done it, but it worked bang on in that. Bang on, did a great job. So the only thing I would possibly change on a 24-hour thing, just an overnight job in the UK, in these skanky, wet, damp environments like it was last night, possibly a lighter. You know, an open flame would have got a fire going straight away, more or less, with a bit of messing about, but it'd have been going in no time. It took me ages with my ferro rod. It took me so long that the camera battery died, which it never does. It lasted 3 days on River Spey trip, this, but yeah, it took me a while. I think I might need to buy a new ferro rod before long after that. I probably dried the material out, I put that many bloody spikes in it, but you know, I had a decent part, but it was damp, the material was damp, so straight away you're on a losing battle. And I'd been soaking wet through, and it had soaked right up my pants to my pockets and everything. So yeah, everything was wet, but we got it, and we got it in end, and we had a good fire in end, and it lasted all bloody night. There was still a bit of, well, not all night, but till I was asleep. So yeah, my items wise, yeah, I'm happy with them. Good boy. What did I miss? Whoa, it's funny. Even just something like this on a 20-foot, you realise all those little bits and pieces that you don't necessarily need, but you use all the time. Your gloves for the fire, yeah. You know, your leather gloves for moving your pots around and moving hot rocks around and bits and pieces. But did I miss them? Probably not really, because you work around it. I didn't miss having a spork or anything like that, because you work around it. You definitely miss a sleeping bag. There's no doubt about that, and a roll mat, a sleeping mat. There's no doubt about that. But I was all right. I was cowed, but I was all right. You know what I mean? I didn't really miss them. I tell you what, I did miss. A rucksack, a decent pack. Yeah. I missed a decent pack. It's hard work carrying your gear. You know, just knocking somewhere up like I did. You know, they could have maybe used me tarp more or whatever. But I didn't have a lot to carry. But even so, just slinging an axe over your shoulder and hanging a couple of bits off it, and then, you know, it's awkward. And then if you want to, when you're wearing layers, when you're in the outdoors, which you always do, you're layering up and you're layering down depending on the conditions, because you don't want to get sweaty or you don't want to get cold. It's handy to have a pack to put that gear in. You know, when I was taking stuff on and off and then I were having to carry it, like me salopettes and everything else, it were graft. So yeah, so that's what I missed the most, a pack. And Billy was absolutely amazing, as always, weren't you, lad? Eh? You're a good boy, aren't you? Absolutely amazing. You were brilliant. Yeah, even though he did try and nick a bit of my steak. But you had a few bits, didn't you? Yeah, but it'd be rude not to let him have a bit, wouldn't it? But yeah, thanks for joining me and Billy. Rick T Outdoor Adventure and Billy Dog. And also Mike from Cheshire Bushcraft and Jay from Sandyback Outdoors. Two good lads. And if you check out their channels, you'll probably be able to see how they got on. They'll have done it totally different than me. Different areas, they'll have had different ideas. So it'll be worth a watch. But I'll put a link to their channels in my description, and you can nip over there if you fancy it. But anyway, thanks a lot, and look after yourselves, and we'll catch you again real soon. Ta-da.